can see that one is assembled, the other is absolutely real. One has metal inside the bodies, and the other doesn't. These metals are toxic if they are in contact with the body. How can they do that? How could they do this 1,000 years ago? You can see all the difference. One has eggs, the other doesn't. You can see the joints of the bones. They are so different one and the other. The one in the left is the one that we presented at the Mexican Congress. This one. Sorry, because, yeah, well, sorry. This is the one that is wrong. This is assembled. This was presented by the Minister of Culture as the real thing. And it's not, as you can see. You can see the details of the body that is not right. Flavio Estrada is the scientist who investigated this, and he said that this body was modern, was assembled, was a fake, and he considered that everything else was a fake. In October last year, the Minister of Culture confiscated 2 bodies that were going to Mexico and analyzed them for 2 months, and finally they said they were assembled. The man who made these creatures told the Minister of Culture right after they were confiscated that he had made them. Wait, 1 second, please. 1 second. 1 second, please. 1 second, please. Okay. Let me explain this. Okay. One of them is an artesania, and the other. No, can we go back, please? Okay, right there, right there, right there, right there. Please, thank you, thank you. Go ahead. Okay, there were analyses that were done live, but we have to see the letter from the university. Okay, 12 scientists from the University of Ica signed the letter. Stop there. That letter that we were presenting, 11 scientists signed that letter, saying that the bodies are true. If we can hear what the conclusions say, please, can we go back to the university letter after the bodies, please? Sorry, more, back, there. Okay, a little bit more. Okay, right there. Sorry, this is important because this is the conclusion of the University of Ica after 4 years investigating these bodies. Please go ahead.
Finally, as a result of our investigations, the research team has come to the conclusion that the desiccated bodies studied are completely authentic from a biological point of view and show no signs of having been manipulated or assembled in any way. Our scientific approach has been rigorous, and the results contribute to the authenticity of these bodies.
This is the University of Ica after 4 years investigating the bodies. Can they be wrong? Can they get confused? We took these bodies live in YouTube, in a live stream, and we put them under the X-rays, the fluoroscopy, the tomographies, and different experts analyzed the bodies, and they concluded that they were real. You can check that recording in YouTube. Was done the 18th of September last year. You can check it out, and you can see all the details and the conclusions. We took a notary that in Mexico, the notary is very important to report officially what the doctors were saying, and they said that the bodies were absolutely real. Dr. Salce put his hand there to prove that this was happening live. As I said, the DNA, you can check the DNA right here. Anybody who's watching at home can see where the DNA is and check it out. If you're a scientist and you know how to read ancient DNA, please do it. In January of 2017, Thierry Jamin sent a letter. Thierry Jamin is very important in this investigation. He sent a letter to the Ministry of Culture saying that he had this finding and he wanted them to participate. 2017, here. And then he sent a letter to the President of Peru. And we didn't receive any answer. Then, in July 2017, I went to the Ministry of Peru to ask them to participate in the investigation. They didn't want to do anything. You know? I tried and tried. We gave a press conference the 11th of July, the day before I went there. I asked them to come to the press conference because we want to present all the evidence. They didn't want to do it. Can you see the resistance? Then in 2023, I went back with my lawyer, Dr. Rafael Berrocal. We went together and he witnessed how we were treated. Even though we announced that we were going, we announced that we wanted to talk to the Minister of Culture, and she didn't want to. Okay, these are the bodies that we have found. Victoria, we made all the DNA samples from Victoria. It's a headless, and that's the reason we decided to take the samples from this body. That's Victoria. We call it that way. The headless figure or creature, Tridáctilo creature. Then we have Albert or Alberto. Albert is right now at the University of Ica. It's different. Every single being has a different personality, has a different face, has a different body, exactly like humans. This is Albert. We made all the analysis, tomographies, everything we could. We did the DNA. Can you say this is a fake? Can you see this is the head of a llama? And then we have Josephine. Josephine, it's very important, it's a female, and was the first time that we found two things. One, that has eggs inside, and the second is that has a metal in the breast. This is Josephine. It was a big surprise when we took her to the... We thought that a fetus was inside. We never thought that eggs were inside. All of this can be analyzed. We need to take these bodies to the US, to a big university, big scientists, and they can investigate them. Okay, around the eggs you can see irrigation. This is Luisa, another body that we have. You can see the eggs also, Luisa, and you can see how they are irrigated. That's impossible to fake. And we can see, we have seen embryos inside the eggs. Maria is a human-like body with a huge head, 3 fingers in every hand and the foot. the fingers are long. We're going to have real experts in hands and neck and head in this presentation. And they will tell you about this. This is so important. This changes history. This is Santiago, one of the bodies that we're going to present live from Lima today. You can see that it's very close like Maria. It's a 3-finger body with a large head, different eyes. We didn't touch this body. We didn't do anything to this body. It was delivered to us. Michael and Serena were there. They can tell you about this. And you will see later on live x-rays, live tomographies. And you will hear the experts talking about this. This changes everything. Can you imagine if they were living with the old humans 1,000 or 2,000 years ago? Did we receive knowledge from them? Or is this a new species? But there is nothing before and nothing after. It's like they appear and disappear suddenly. That's very difficult in nature. In nature you have developments. You have something before, probably not after they were extinguished, but before, yes, you have to see slowly this process. Santiago is like a little kid. You will see the fingerprints. The fingerprints are different from humans. That is impossible to fake. You can see the x-rays here. It's like the head of a little boy, where there is separation between the different plates of the head. By the way,